Hey guys, good afternoon. It is your Gypsy here, and I wanted to do a video because there was so much energy around me, my space, the people I encounter just out in the world, and I thought it might help somebody who felt overwhelmed today and didn't know why. First, I don't know if you're on social media or you follow random folks. You've heard that today's a full moon in Aquarius, but there's more to the full moon because Mars is in retrograde. I know, don't panic. Then we have a lunar eclipse, which is like one of the longest we've had this year so far. It is July, so it's half. We're half of the year already. We're at that midpoint where some of us already are crazy. And then we have a blood moon. So there's a lot going on. And if you don't stay in this realm and you don't, talk about this stuff and, you think it's weird, you may think that it's not applying to you and you wonder why you're tired or everybody's angry or people are kind of funky. It's because there's a lot going on in our universe. And despite what you believe in or what you think about, this is all happening. It's all here. The sky is real, the planets are real, the stars are real, and they do have some effect on our being. So I'm gonna try to talk about everything and not make this video too long. And if I keep looking down, it's because I wrote tons of notes because I didn't want to forget anything. But I just wanted to make sure that we kind of support each other here because, like I said, there's a lot going on and sometimes it's just a lot to take in. So, like I said, first of all, we got a full moon, right? We all love full moons. We all know about our full moon rituals and, planting the seeds and sowing them out to the universe. If you practice your moon rituals, full moon is when you really want to put the intentions in. New moon is when you're going to put the intentions in. Full moon is when those things are starting to birth or you kind of see some of those ideas come into real life. So let's just backtrack. And our full moon today is in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, but Mars is a fire planet. We all know what happens when you meet air and fire. You have an implosion, spontaneous combustion. The weird thing about it is Mars is in retrograde now. So those flames are not going to burst out. It's going to be here. So guess what? You're going to burn from inside out. If you are not doing the work, if you are not being honest where you are, you're going to feel that fire. You're going to feel completely tightened, slightly choked. You can't get words out. You feel like you literally are burning from the inside out. And everybody's had that feeling. Similar to heartburn. But you got a secret you can't tell and it's like lighting you up. Or you just really want to be honest with somebody but you're not really sure how they're going to take it. All of those things burn you from the inside out. That's what's happening right now. So not only do we have so much going on, that those two things alone, fire and air meeting each other, is madness. Hence why people are a little aggressive. I was at the post office today, and it was really weird. Went to the courthouse to pay a ticket, and the lady was so angry for no reason. It took me aback. And immediately reaction is lash out, right? But I said, I'm not using her energy. I got enough shit with me right now that I don't need somebody else's. So if you're out in public today and you feel like everybody is they are. And step back. Don't put yourself in that fire. You have no idea what they're dealing with. And they're probably burning from the inside out. And they don't know why either. They don't know why they're angry. They don't know why they're aggressive. But it's a lot to deal with. So don't panic. Just step back. Take a breath. So that's my synopsis for right now. If you're out and about, you're at work, you're dealing with people that seem really crazy, take a step back. Literally, take a step back. You don't want to be caught in those flames, right? So full moon Aquarius, let's talk about that. The intensity you feel right now is real. It's not something you made up in your head. It's really happening. People are really aggressive. Your energy is really aggressive. You might feel suppressed. You might feel tight. You might feel like you have nowhere else to go. You feel like you're in a little box. That's all happening. It's real. What can you do about it? Step back. Take some time to, my hair is just driving me crazy right now. Take some time to step back. Allow your physical body to rest. I don't know about you, but for me, when full moons happen, I am toe up. I feel like somebody hit me with a truck. Physically, my body hurts. When I went to teach this morning, I got into like my 4th down dog and I was dripping in sweat. I can go a 90-minute Ashtanga practice with no water and be fine. But today I felt like I was going to break in half. And what I did was step back. I can't do it today. So if you feel really tired and really sore, you might need to drink some more water because your water intake is low. And guess what? It's a full moon. What does Mother Moon control but our water, right? Not only our emotions, but really the tides in the oceans. So drink some water and take some time to relax. Reset your body and rest. It is okay to make today your Sunday, and I mean it. If you have plans to go out with the girls, or you're going on a hot day, if you're not feeling it, be honest and say, I don't want to do this today. I need to reset my body. So allow for physical rest. Salt baths, right? Those are really great. If you have an awesome bathtub, I suggest taking a really, really long salt bath. If you live near open water, like an ocean or river, bathe under the moonlight. How awesome is that? You will really cleanse your body and replenish yourself. If you're not lucky and like me, you live in a city, take a very long shower. And I mean a long shower. A shower so long where you almost have to be like, I'm using up all the water in the city. That's all right. You deserve it. Replenish yourself. Refresh. Restart, right? Change is coming whether you're ready or not, okay? It's really that simple. It is hard to change. And I'm going to be honest for a second. The last couple of months of my life have been a complete and utter mess. I have no idea where I'm going, where I'm coming from. I've been traveling a lot because I feel like I need to go. I feel like something keeps pushing me. And I literally haven't unpacked my bag. I got home about a week ago and I haven't unpacked my bag yet. Because I feel like I need to go again. I need to be out. Change is coming. If you feel like you're on your last step at the job, you've been in a relationship 20 years and you don't feel it anymore, you just don't want to eat meat anymore, you can't practice that style anymore, your meditation has changed. Change is coming. And what happens is in July, we're in the middle of the year. It's like happening, like we're meeting now. Everybody starts to panic around July because it's like if you make resolutions, you're like, oh my God, I'm halfway there. I only got this amount of time to make it happen. It's really hot. We get angry. You're setting these goals and you're looking back like, oh my God, the holidays are coming. I need to do this. The summer's almost over. I haven't done this. We all start to panic and make these little rules and list things that we haven't done, and July brings out all that madness on top of retrograde, full moon, right? Lunar moon, blood moon. We got all that stuff going on. So change is happening. Don't fight it. The more you fight it, the more you will drown. Listen to me. Let the tide take you. It is scary. It is scary to not know what's going on. It is scary to be pushed off a cliff and not know if you're going to land, okay? I call it the hallway, right? I keep telling everybody I feel like I'm in a hallway. There are no doors, and I just keep walking, and I'm walking. Sometimes I'm running. Sometimes I'm screaming. Sometimes I'm sitting. Sometimes I'm asleep. But it doesn't matter what I do. I'm still in this hallway. So all I can do is not panic. Keep walking. Eventually, a door will open, and that's where I need to be. Start thinking of it that way. You can't control what's happening. You're not going to control the change. It's happening whether you want to or not. Just accept it and go peacefully with it, right? Consider your well-being. This is one big one that, like I said with the full moon, because you're sore sometimes or you're really tired or you're drained and stressed, consider your well-being, right? Fill up your cup before you fill up anybody else's. And I know it's really hard to, if you're a mother or a wife, or you have a really demanding job, or you're an entrepreneur, you think, I've got to do all this first and then me. But I guarantee you're gonna burn yourself out. And you'll be angry with everybody around you because you didn't do the work for yourself. So cultivate yourself, replenish your cup. If you, like I said, if you need to take time and say no to everybody, say no. Say no. Say fuck no. No. If you need to take a nap, say, yes, I'm on my third nap today. That's right, boo, and I'm about to sleep again. Do whatever works for you to cultivate yourself. If you want to eat the extra cupcake, do it. Do whatever you need to do to make sure you have a full cup. And then when you're full and you feel good, then go out and love and cultivate other people. But don't do it until you are full. And really check in, right? One of the big things about the full moon is time to check in. Time to check in. Time to check in. I am always inside. I'm more inside of myself than I am outside. It's, if you know me really well, people are like, Brianna's always on another planet. I am. I'm on my planet. I'm in here. So I'm always checking in with myself, and a lot of times I'm lost as what's going on the outside world. Don't go that far. I'm working on it. But take some time to check in. Find out what is really important for you and what you need at this time in your life. And it could be something really simple or something really major, but be honest with that. Make a list of things that are not working for you. And sometimes that's really hard to think about, but let's say this. If you've been working on a project for the last 6 months and nothing has happened, nothing, is that project serving you anymore? Step back and reevaluate. If you're in a relationship and it's not making you happy anymore, and you work harder to make that person happy than yourself, step back, reevaluate. If you are at a job and you have been giving your all and no one has even thanked you for working extra hours, because you don't have to, okay? You don't have to. Step back. Make a list of everything that you put major work in the last 6 months that has not brought you anything, that's not serving you anything. Reevaluate that. I'm not saying throw it all away, but think about it. Think about, is this going to serve me if I put in more work? Am I just wasting my time? Maybe I need to go a different avenue. I've been a yoga teacher for the last 13 years. I've been practicing since 2000. Just recently, I've really felt like it may not be my thing to teach every day. I may teach once every 6 months. That doesn't make me less of a person. It doesn't make my practice less, because I'm still going to practice every day. But I don't want to serve that way anymore. That's okay. That is okay. Even though I've been doing it for the last 13 years, then you start thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Something else? Who knows? Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, don't be afraid to jump. Don't be afraid to go out and, make that list. Make that list. I think one of the biggest things to think about right now is, if you smell smoke, there's a fire. And you need to think about putting that out. How can I put that out? Wherever that is in your life. This full moon has a lot with it, and it's about revealing. What is real will be revealed, okay? What is real is going to come to light. If you've been hiding something, it's coming, boo. I don't care about how. If you've been hiding from yourself, one of the biggest things that people think is, I'm honest. I'm pretty honest. I'm honest to everybody. I lie to myself all the time. I do. I say, I can do 6 privates today and still grocery shop and still be a great mom and still come home and still get enough rest. I completely lied to myself. So if you've been lying to yourself, it's going to be revealed, and you're going to feel like you've been punched in the face. And it's not a bad thing. The universe is doing this for you because it wants the best for you. It wants you to be the best. It wants you to live the best. It wants you to love the best. And you can't do that until you're honest. So if there's smoke, there's a fire. If you feel it burning your ass, look back and see where it's coming from. And don't go that direction again. And don't just run. Make sure you put it out. And you say, I am done with this, and so it shall be, and keep moving on. Okay? I know it's a lot. I told you guys I'm gonna try to make it this video not so long. So, like we already talked about, retrograde started on the 26th, so yesterday to the 16th of August. And you know, everybody always says retrograde is, you know, about communication, but it's not just that, right? It's not just thinking about what I shouldn't do. One of the keys I like to think is put re in front of everything. R-E. Put re in front of everything. Reconsider. Re-listen. Right? Rethink. Reevaluate. All those things. Rest. Re-rest. You know, think about all those things that you do. Listen 3 times. Speak once. Listen 3 times, speak once. Listen 3 times, speak once. Really, communication can be completely off. And sometimes you may say something and think it came out one way and didn't. So I would say, listen, listen, listen. And not just to that person. Listen to yourself. Ask yourself the same question. Am I happy? Am I happy? Am I happy? And then before you make a decision, listen some more. You know, like I said, if you work in a workplace, I've never really worked a real corporate job, so I don't know how it works, but I have a lot of clients that complain about work, so it's listening. Before you react, just listen. Maybe ask yourself those questions. Is this really where I want to be? Listen, listen, listen. So retrograde doesn't have to be this terrible thing. Of course, I would suggest don't be buying a house right now. And if you are, reread that contract 15 times. Have somebody else read it. Even somebody you don't know. Because it's really good. You know, they'll really look it over. Pay attention, right? Just pay attention to the details. And I mean the smallest details. One thing my husband always says is everything is not a sign. Everything's not a sign. Everything is a sign to me. It really is. I don't care what it is. For the last month, there have been spiders everywhere. And just on me. Literally, I was driving one day and a spider hit me in my face out of nowhere. Like, hit me in my face. I was driving. A spider started crawling. I thought it was my curls because, you know, they fall in my face sometimes. But you could actually feel it. He was crawling. I, you know, did my eyes like this and saw it was a little spider right on the tip of my nose. I was in bed the other day watching TV, spider crawling on my wall, just let him go. I was washing in my car, spider comes up the rear view window. I was driving about 2 days, I had a spider in my rear view, my side passenger mirror for about 2 days. He was just there. I pulled my cards the other day, I pulled a spider web. One of the beautiful things about spiders, not only they're about financial wealth, and goodness knows I need some money, but they're also a reminder of you weave your own reality. Stop complaining about your life being what it's not. You don't travel enough? Go travel. You don't eat well enough? Eat better. You don't get enough of sleep? Stop going out. You create your own reality, right? And even though you may think you cannot, like, oh, I can't really give myself a better job. I can't make myself $1 million even though I need it. No, we can't manifest money in that form, but you can create more ideas to manifest that. If you want to be happier, create more happiness in your life. If you want to be freer, create more freedom. If you want more control with your children, create more control. You do weave your own reality. And those spiders are not popping up in my life by accident. They are a sheer sign that I need to reevaluate how my life is running, because maybe I'm telling myself everything is great, but it's not. And the universe wants me to see I can create the things that I want or desire, but I've got to be honest about it and present about it and not fearful. So retrograde is just about paying attention And like I said, put RE in front of everything. Before you react, think about it, reconsider, reinvest, rethink, reevaluate, all those things, right? For retrograde. And like I said, we're there into the 8th to the 16th of August. So blood moon tips, right? I would say drink lots of water. Lots of water. If you're going out to party tonight, drink more water than liquor. Because the moon controls our water. And if you have very little water in you, there's no help, right? The moon can't help you. You're full of toxins, which means you'll probably act in an ugly way and you're going to regret it later. So drink lots of water. If you're sore, you need water. Your muscles are really tight and you're asking too much of your body, drink some more water. Even if you drink your 8 glasses of water, drink 25 today. Just have the jiggly water belly. Meditate and introspect. I do this a lot. I'm sitting in my tiny meditation space, and I mean, literally, I can't stretch my legs out. This is how tight my meditation space is, and I really like that because when I lock myself in here and I close the door, I feel tight, I feel supported, and I feel covered. Take some time to meditate. It doesn't have to be magical. You don't have to have a bunch of stones around and burn a bunch of candles. You don't have any of that. Just sit and be quiet. Sit and listen. Sit and check in. Right? Visualize your future. Oftentimes we want a lot of things, but we can't see ourselves doing those things, right? You say, "Oh my God, I want $1 million." Well, how are you gonna get it? Well, I don't know. I just need $1 million. Actually, visualize yourself getting that $1 million. What do you need to do to get the $1 million? If you have a great idea, visualize, how can I make this idea or this hobby an actual profession? Visualize those things. So take some time to, whatever your goal or dreams are, or whatever you set forth in January that you didn't do yet because you're at the panic time. Sit down and visualize, how can I really make this possible, right? And set a plan to make that happen. And it doesn't have to be this grandiose plan. It could be something very simple as, every day I'm going to acknowledge this idea again, this goal. So visualize your future. And visualize yourself having a great future. Not just this average, I'm going to make it to work on time every day. Visualize being present in my life as I make it to work every day on time. Express yourself creatively, right? Everybody thinks, "Oh, I'm not an artist, I'm not a dancer, I don't make music," but there's other ways to be creative, right? Color, sing out loud in the car, whatever your outlet is. Just take some time to find some creativity this weekend. Go to an art museum, go to a bookstore, write a love letter to somebody you don't know. I used to do this all the time. I used to write like crazy love letters, like like ridiculous love letters, and I would go to the bookstore like Barnes and Noble and leave them in random books. I don't know who's gonna find them, but to me it was exciting to think somebody was gonna buy this book and then get home and find a love letter. And they had no idea where the love letter came from. They don't know if it's real or not, but it's something that they can play on, and in turn it invites creativity in their world. I'm not saying you have to do that, but there's tons of ways to be creative. So find some creative outlet, not only today, but this entire weekend. Affirm positive thoughts. Only try to think positive thoughts. Right now, I don't know if you guys notice, but everything you say to yourself is happening. Think about it. Right? Everything you've told yourself in the last 6 months, it's happened. And like I said, not all of them like, "Oh, I want $1 million." You didn't believe that though. You did believe, I'm not as skinny as I want to be, right? But I want to lose this weight. But you didn't do anything to lose the weight. And every day you remind yourself, I'm not as thin as I want to be. So every day you remind yourself a little, I'm not as happy as I want to be. Only think positive thoughts to yourself. Keep putting that positive energy out into the universe. Because guess what? It's listening. Really. It hears you. So only say good things to yourself. Affirm positive thoughts. And affirm those positive thoughts for your future. Visualizing that beautiful future of yours, right? just get plenty of sleep. Last for the blood moon is get plenty of sleep. After you go outside and you play in the moonlight and you feel good about it and you feel refreshed and you feel magical, go get some good sleep. So eclipse tips, because it is eclipse, and if it depends on where you live, you might be able to see it, you might not. But Mars is going to be really bright tonight too, so just take some time to get outside to see the full moon and maybe get a glimpse of Mars if you can't get a glimpse of the eclipse. Clarify what your heart wants. Okay, remember I said before the full moon is the time to be introspective and reconsider with retrograde. The eclipse wants you to clarify what your heart wants, and really what your heart wants. Not what's best for your children, not what's best for your partner, not what's best for your parents, not what's best for a religion you were taught. What's best for you? What's best for this? Really be honest with what your heart wants. What does your heart desire? And who cares if it affects other people in a different way, in a way they're not expecting? Guess what? I told you earlier, change is happening whether you want it or not. The universe already knows it's going to happen. It wants you to be present with it. So clarify what your heart really wants and put that out there and be honest with yourself. Right? Eclipse will also bring out a lot of stuff that you had no idea where it's coming from, right? You may feel bombarded with a comment that somebody tells you or a friend calls you with some random story, and you're like, I must have missed that. Excuse me. If you feel like something's coming out of nowhere, it's not. It was buried a while ago, and you just didn't be honest with yourself about it, and you buried it somewhere, and now it's coming back out. So if things feel like they punched you in the face out of nowhere, they probably didn't. If you take some time to reconnect and check in, you'll find out that it's been there all that time. If something does pop out of nowhere, just step back, because you don't want to get burned by the fire. Listen, and then speak. Like I've already said, you'll probably feel weak or tired. If you're a guy and you lift a lot of weights, take it easy today. Maybe just do like a little bit, not the whole rack. Don't go in the gym for 3 hours today. Maybe do 45 minutes. Reinvest in your spiritual body and not your physical. What was sleeping will actually come to light, right? So like I just said, if it feels like it came out of nowhere, it didn't. It was already there. It was underneath the blankets. Now the blankets have just literally been pulled off the bed and everything is out for you to see. So don't panic. Take a deep breath. Listen, then speak. If it's something that really takes you off guard, journal about it. If it's holding you back, write it and light it on fire. Send it up to the universe. Tell the universe to handle the shit now, because I'm done with it. Really just take some time to search what's happening. One of the other things about an eclipse is that it brings old beliefs and old ideas that are not serving you anymore. It brings them up, and very nastily. So I didn't grow up religious, hence probably why I'm not. But living down from the East Coast, a lot of people have that background, and a lot of people are now that I know are moving away from that background or a different idea, and it's become a big issue in their family. If that's where you are now, that's okay. But I want you to know that the universe has your back. And it is only doing that because those certain ideas do not serve you anymore. I saw a really funny post the other day, and it said, adulthood is just about unlearning the shit you learned by people who had no idea what they were doing. Right? And as a parent, I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. And I'm sure my kids will grow, my daughters will grow up and be like, my mom was crazy. That might have worked for her, but it didn't work for me. Take that time and accept that, right? Reconsider, reevaluate, revisit, re-listen. Take all those things that you might have learned, and you might have been doing it for the last 10, 15, 20 years. But today, it's not working for you. And you don't see it working for you in the future. That is okay. Be honest with that. Guess what? What did I say earlier? Clarify what your heart really wants. All of this craziness that's happening is happening because the universe wants you to be better. The universe wants you to... The whole idea of this video is find your own way. The universe wants you to find your own way. Find your own way to make yourself happy. Find your own way to live your life. Find your own way to think. Find your own way to raise your children. Find your own way to love. We need to stop putting each other in these boxes. And the beautiful thing about some of this stuff happening, a full moon, Mars in retrograde. You have blood moons, solar eclipse. You have all these things happening. And you're down here like, oh my goodness. That's all happening for you. It's literally happening for you to say, enough. This is how I really want to live. This is what I really want. This is what I think my life should look like. And fuck you if it don't fit in your box. This is what I want my life to look like. So what I hope that you get out of this video is that you are not alone. There is tons of craziness happening. You may feel a lot of pressure, and that's okay. It's all happening for you to bloom, right? Think about you're in that like compactor, you're in the ground, and you're like squeezed tight, and it's only because it wants you to blossom out. I hope that this video has helped you, and please just stay present, give love, step back, don't get burned, and reevaluate. Reconsider, rethink, re-listen, revisit, and ultimately check in with the person who matters the most, you. Because guess what? It's your life, and the universe has got your back. Yeah? Have a beautiful and awesome Friday on this wonderful full moon in the sign of Aquarius with our planet Mars in retrograde. Bye, guys. Gypsy out.